my people of Papua New Guinea, I've never seen this magnitude of destruction in my entire lifetime as a Papua New Guinean, as a public servant. Good night, Papua New Guinea. I have not done one of these for some time, but I thought that it would be important to return to the social media world and interact with our people, yourselves, those of you who are concerned about this country and where it is going. In particular, those of you who are concerned about your children and their future and what they will have. What type of nation will they have? Will they have a nation? Will they have a future? How will they feature? What will they be doing? Will they be participating in the development of their nation? Or will they be subservient beggars, spectators, standing on the outside, begging bowl in hand, watching while others come and take as they wish and plunder at will and whim, while they merely watch and be given instructions and be directed to do this and that, while they are unable to benefit from the resources of their land, of their forefathers, while they are unable to understand and grasp the true meaning of the word independence, but rather become dependent, but rather become subservient neo-colonial slaves, if you will, of a nation sold by an inconsiderate government, a government that cares not for them or their future. I'm very heartened to see that in 2017 we saw enter Parliament a wave of young leaders to join those of us who were there, who were fighting for this country and doing the best we could. There were too few of us, and I'd like to mention some of their names. I'd like to say people such as Bireki Masopa, who is not with us in Parliament, but he is there in spirit. People like Dr. Alan Marat, people like Karenga Kua, people like Belden Nama, and I would even say Don Polya, who I will say exceptionally proved a lot of us wrong in the way he has risen up to fight for Papua New Guinea. There were too few of us in Parliament to really make a difference. Today we are joined by Allen Bird, Brian Kramer, who have been very vocal, and a few others, Dr. Lino, I would like to say, and many others who have been very vocal and who have been very passionate about fighting for their nation, defending their nation and its interests. And once more I see Papua New Guinea embracing them. And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would like to say that words without action are meaningless. Beyond just supporting from a safe virtual distance, I think it's important that you support in effort. After all, this is your nation too. After all, it is your children who need you to fight today for their tomorrow. This responsibility should not be left to just a few good men. This responsibility to fight for a nation should be the responsibility of all Papua New Guineans. And if you need inspiration for this, if you need to be provoked into thinking about this, then I urge you to gather your children. Gather your children and place them before you. Place them before you. And sit there, look at their faces, their innocent, hopeful faces. And if you look into their eyes, you will see an innocent trust and an innocent hope that they have placed in you, their parent. And they believe that all will be okay, that you are there to protect them. And that is all the inspiration you need to fight for this country, to fight for their future. If you don't want to fight for the future for yourself, that is fine. That's a choice that you have the right to make. But you don't have a right to make that choice on behalf of your children. You have no choice but to fight for their future. And I tell you now that the way things are going, they don't have a future. That future has been sold, mortgaged, packaged. Pirates, vultures, transnational criminal cartels are coming into this country. The keepers of the gate have all laid down. They have been compromised. And these pirates and vultures and criminal cartels have a conducive environment to operate. And they will plunder at will and whim and do as they please. And if we keep letting them getting away with what they do, they will leave nothing for you and your children. Too many of you spend a few moments on Facebook saying these things and doing nothing. You can dedicate a few minutes to be passionate for your country and praise someone who is doing what he can, but you're unwilling to stand with him and do more than that. This is the problem with our country. This is why we are not independent. You're not independent. 16 September 1975, you were not independent. You were given a form of independence, political independence. True independence is economic independence, and you don't have that. And as long as you don't have that, then you don't have the right to rest on your laurels and to sleep and to let others fight for you. You have to rise up. It's your country too. More importantly, it's your children's country. They can't fight for themselves, not yet. What type of example are you setting for them? And you expect just a few men to rise up and fight while you support from a distance? Come on. You're more than that. You too can fight. You too are a leader. You too can rise up. You too can participate. But I can tell you, my people of Papua New Guinea, I've never seen this magnitude of destruction in my entire lifetime as a Papua New Guinean, as a public servant. If we realized how rich this land is and its potential, then we all should be rising up to fight for it.